he's the trigger man, and he trying to put it on you.
Right. So basically, what he did was he said he killed 3 people on my command.
All right, we got Mr. LabarSpann. Okay, give us an introduction to who we're talking to, and
You know, I'm LabarSpann, but you know, I'm brother man. You did. But what the government saying, I mean, you know, they saying I'm the chief over the fold. You know what I'm saying? Which is not true. Go to jail and lie. You know, everybody they arrest. The first thing they saying, bruh man. So that make you lie. Cause anywhere you go, all you gotta do is mention my name, and you know you get likes. See, the whole thing with the Cato murder, they said that we was paid to kill Cato. But they didn't know. First they say we was robbed. Then they say we was paid by the Flores twins to kill Cato. When the whole time it was the dude Martise Nunnery, who Rio ended up winning a why, talking to Martise Nunnery, and he mentioned something about one of my little homies' name, and said something about we supposed to have something to do with killing Cato for some money. And that's how the Cato murder came about, saying that he said he supposed to got paid for killing Cato, but he claimed to me, and I let him use one of my shooters to kill Cato. So, but like I tell you, the Flores twins, man, they told on everybody but their mama, man. And for them not to implicate me and stuff, if they knew me, man, they would have said it, man. You be they told on, look at it, they told on Chapo.
Yeah,
so you know they ain't give a fuck about telling on no motherfucker from the hood.
Yeah,
how that shit go.
That's for sure. And did you remember seeing Cato around ever?
No, but I remember his wife. You know, his wife fucked with one of the twins.
They married.
They married her. Yeah, you feel me? So kid, she probably was up with the shit.
She about to go to the feds. They both got convicted of money laundering like 3 weeks ago.
Right. So she probably got damn it had something to do with the man getting killed. 9 times out of 10, she did. At the turnover all on. You gotta think this man Sammy the only one put me to these murders. Without the Double Jeopardy murder, 8 murders, Sammy Booker was the one who they said linked me to murder. Now I threw down Sammy Booker a whole wall. Showed my house arrest records, got on the stand, people over and all that. My name that spoke up. You know that them in the streets, man, that's one thing out west little, man. So you know you got cowards out there. So you know, back in the days, you used to always say the beauty shop, female gospel and beauty shop. So now you got the barber shop where the guys gospel at. So every day, somebody mentioning my name. So if my name steady coming up out of the radar, everybody get arrested. The first day the police, they, bruh man. Right, no, see, they be going off, you know, they go off, you know, the feds go off people that lied. Really, they use them as snitches, but a snitch is somebody you do something with. But when you get people just to come in there and lie to make a character up out of you, and that's what they go by. So you know what I'm saying? When they got at me, they had the guy Sammy Booker. I know you probably seen his name around the web, and he got arrested. So when he got arrested, he ended up going in that line acting like he knew something about murders and all this and that, and they put my name with it.
Did you even know him?
Yeah, I knew him. You know, I know him from the streets, but I ain't never deal with him like that, to be around him like that, to be all up under him like that. Well, me and him did crimes together. No, I ain't never been around him like that.
So the government's contention, excuse me, I lost my voice from yelling, but the government's contention is that you were a guy that a person could go to and be like, hey, I want to get someone killed, and you would facilitate it. But what you said you used to do, you admitted you did used to maybe rob a few drug dealers, but that ain't the same thing as killing people.
What it is, we all from the hood and everything, but they paint a picture of what the streets saying. The streets might say this, the streets might say that, when it ain't me. You feel me? Because so when they the whole time was I had went to jail in 03. That's why they put the Cato murder on me. So once I get acquitted in 08.
So you were in the county, you were in Cook County for 5 years?
I was in Cook County for 7 years. I came home in 09.
Oh my God.
Right, so then when I come home, then that's when I ended up going back to jail in 2010 for some bullshit that happened in the county. So then when I got out, they say they got on me from a phone call when I was in the penitentiary, but the phone call they said they used, it wasn't talking about that. So that's when they say I got out in 2011. I was on house arrest for a year. So while I was on house arrest, that's when they called themselves investigating. So in 12.
It's about federally.
Yeah, the federal people. So they want, see, you gotta look what you gotta look at. I was never investigated by the federal government. This whole investigation came from the Chicago police. See, I got acquitted in the state. So come and goddamn it, what that, like 13, 14 years later, that's when they come and charge me again. But the whole thing was, our case, we never got investigated by the feds. We was on investigation by Chicago police, which was to do Xavier Alexander, the one that's doing fed time for framing. So really, they supposed to let us right back out after that, but they didn't. But so happened in 2012, they had did a investigative where they said that it's called Operation Hog Tie, where they indicted Adam Tequila, Jackson and Pulaski, and Central Park and 13th, but they said it like that was my spots, which they wasn't.
You mean they indicted like street corners?
Yeah, they indicted 28 people. They had nothing to do with me.
How did they supposedly tie you into it?
They did. The police went and lied to the state's attorneys to get wiretappings and surveillance so they could go do buys and everything. But when they finally wrapped the conspiracy up, it came out that I had nothing to do with it. But instead of them admitting that I ain't had nothing to do with it, when they locked all them guys up, they went back and got another investigation, which started with me in October of 2012. So from October, the whole investigation was 4 months. October, November, December, January, it was over with. So in the 4 months, they ain't had shit. You know, they got a lot of phone calls, but the phone calls is basically me carrying guns. You feel me? All right, y'all got me to carry guns. Y'all ain't got us robbing nobody. Y'all ain't got us selling no drugs. Y'all ain't got us killing nobody, extorting nobody or nothing. Do all the phone calls that they said they had.
Why do you think you? Well, I recently did a lot of interviews with the Detroit former gang squad officer, and he said, you know, he was good because he would just go around to the precincts, whoever was in jail, not for nothing super serious, but he'd just be like, yo, just tell me something about somebody. And he'd have a book, and you hear a one name enough times, you know, eight crackheads said, bro, man. And then now you just decide you're going to investigate him. Is that sort of what you feel like happened to you?
Right. See, you got to think my name been ringing in the streets for a long time.
Because your father was somebody too, right?
Yeah, my father was he was the chief over the Latin King. But at the same time, that going to show you the whole case. See, people on the outside looking in, when they think of RICOs, they be like, man, those people got it for the RICO, so they got it. But in my situation, I knew it. Now we have an investigation now. Come December, that's when they arrest Sammy. They run his Sammy Booker out, get 3 guns and a vest. But when they arrest him, so when he get to the police station, he start cooperating. So that's when he tell them, I know about murders, all this and that, but they blew it off. So when he got his state bill, they came and grabbed him. So when the feds came and grabbed him, he had gave a 10-page statement. I got the statement. So I'm knowing the RICO coming for us. I'm knowing they finna RICO us. But I'm not finna go to the streets and do like everybody do, like, oh man, and put rumors out there. You feel me? Now the streets talking about it. Now the feds know everything. That's why when I was at court, they knew because this dude named Mike Miller, Black Mike, wore a white. And I was on the white talking to my guys saying like, look man, the people finna come and get us for the RICO. You know what I'm saying? Sammy down there doing this and that. So that fucked them up when they heard us on the white because he pulled the white, but he had me one day with the white, he had my little homie on one day. But they ain't got nothing incriminated on the white now. You know, we ain't saying kill, rob, nothing. So the white can't hurt us, but the white really fronted them off like, damn, I ain't know Sammy Booker was telling. You feel? So I'm knowing, and 13, Tony did the white, so I'm knowing 13, 14, 15, until they lead to get me for the gun range. When I went to the gun range, 2 chicks.
So you kind of made a mistake with that.
Yeah, I'll be honest with the truth, y'all, I own that, because I ain't really know that I ain't supposed to go to the gun range and all that shit. That's little shit I was thinking about. You feel?
But that's you serve so much time. That's eating up anyways.
Right, I'm gonna eat that. I did that, so I wasn't worried about that. I'm gonna eat that. But at the same token, they had an ill will from when we got locked up. So now, when we doing while we in there, you got to think. Me and my little homie now, two of my homies, we knew the Rico was coming. But our little homie now, they ain't know the Rico was coming, but they had a mind everything. Cause while I'm out there 2013 and everything, when I find out they own me, I get away from everybody. Like 14, I get away from it. If I'm studying, ride down on you or ride down on you, I'm making you hot. I know I'm hot. So when I make a big case, I'm going to get away from people. You feel me? That's how people catch these big cases, and then it being jail with 20, 30 people and everybody over there saying shit that they ain't got no business saying when you don't even know shit about it. So you make a big conspiracy. So when I'm hot, I get away from everybody. Like, man, I'm going to do me. Because I know they coming to get us. So if you coming to get us, you're going to come and get me with my people, which they did.
Why do you think, let's go back to your background a little bit. So your dad he was convicted, was he put in prison for being head of the Latin Kings or?
No, he was the chief over the souls.
Oh, the souls, not the kings, you mean the black souls, okay. So from you growing up, your name was always going to be associated with your dad, who must have been kind of hot.
Yeah, I got brothers, so our name always was going to be up on our daddy, but we was on the streets doing our own thing, so we wanted no such thing as, we could have been what our father was or be this, but we was doing our own thing.
And what's this when they refer to outlaw, four-quarter hustlers? If that means you operating outside of the gang structure, then how the fuck are you even?
Right, that's the whole thing. That's why when I got on the stand, I'm telling them, I'm an outlaw. You feel? We outlaws. We stuff made. We ain't got no cheat. And that's the whole thing. What they saying, you a folk on, you can't make me what you want to make me. Because you the government, you saying I'm this, but I'm not this. I'm telling you what I'm showing you I got it branded on me that I'm an outlaw. You feel? You don't see no folk on us to that too. You saying it covered up. The folk covered up with outlaw. So you already seeing that y'all the government, y'all can just fake them all fuck what y'all want to make them. But you got these guys, man, literally, bro, no bullshit, live. I'm talking about really, really live, bro, saying that they something they ain't. You feel me? Every motherfucker came in that courtroom and testified, bro. Strictly live, bro. I'm talking about I had a chance to get the witnesses' names, bro, and I refused that shit. I don't want that shit. I don't want to see no witness because you ain't got no witnesses on me. Cause everything they saying live, where you had dudes like Twin, that's Roddy Ripple, got up there straight line, extorted you for what?
Oh, he said you extorted him?
Right, but we extorted him. He went to the police station, made a police report. They asked him to well by or do a surveillance. He refused to. Okay, what the police report at? Nigga, you lying. So we know it ain't make sense.
Extorted him for what?
Exactly. That's the thing. The whole thing was made up, saying he paid money from this time to this time, when the whole shit was a whole lie. I'm talking about a lie, bro. If I did something to you, man, that's bad game. But you lying the same way then they put Ricky Fountain, he was old clown ass dude. This dude was so much bogus to the point he was trying to make people come and go to court. So when he couldn't get nobody to go to court, he had his mama to come and get on the stand. So I'm like, dude, you had your mama to get on the stand that line, and then he talking about he was a foe. That's why I had the lawyer to ask him, like, nigga, you ain't never been self-feet, you ain't never been nowhere but you. And he understand how that, he a murderer. You ever seen him kill somebody? No. So then you had a lot of guys on that that's really coming to court for no reason, bro. Just came to court to volunteer.
They weren't in trouble themselves?
No, it's like this guy, Uri McGow, a motherfucker who never been around, some clown ass dude used to be on for last years ago. It's called a 35B, it's a statute assist. He came back on the 35B to cooperated to get some time knocked off, which he ain't talking about shit, but he was talking about who was Gordy Foles. You had Mob and Snag come to testify, which had no reason to come in there and testify, just volunteered to come in that motherfucker, which was talking about when we was 44. Then you had Mario Young. I know you heard about him. He the biggest snitch. This nigga snitched in 02 and still snitching in 2021. But at the same time with him, he goddamn it came back on the 35B, which goddamn it coming back assisting to get time off. You feel me? So he came back to court, getting on the stand, lying. Really through his whole testimony, only thing made me mad with him was he made a saying that me and somebody in the car with me rolled up while he was on the ice cream truck and buying ice creams for a kid. He had his gun and we had our gun. And I say, man, what you doing out here? He showed me his gun. That's the only part blew me about his whole testimony. You put an overline to it. You understand lying like you're a killer when you lying on the stand. So really, man, that shit was clowned out, man.
So you had like, okay, so people know, so they hit you with the the federal, okay, so back in 06, when did they put you on trial for Cato?
No, 03 I went to jail for Cato.
Oh, so they arrested you like right after it happened?
No, see, 09, we ain't get indicted to 2017.
Cato got killed in 03, right?
Yeah.
And you got arrested for that a few months later?
Exactly, and I got acquitted.
Okay, so what was, tell us, so tell us about what they said your connection, tell us what they said the case was in 03 with Cato and why you beat it.
See, the whole thing with the Cato murder, they said that we was paid to kill Cato. But they didn't know, first they said we was robbed.
By who?
And then they say we was paid by the Flores twin to kill Cato. When the whole time it was the dude Martise Nunnery, who Rio ended up winning a why, talking to Martise Nunnery, and he mentioned something about one of my little homies' name and said something about we supposed to have something to do with killing Cato for some money. And that's how the Cato murder came about, saying that he said he supposed to got paid for killing Cato, but he claimed to me, and I let him use one of my shooters to kill Cato.
Did they say that you interacted with the Flores twins?
Yeah, they tried to say I interacted with the Flores twins, but I don't know dude now.
But they didn't get charged.
No, they ain't get charged.
So what was the proof, or what was their proof that you interact? Like, how do you say someone hired somebody to kill somebody? You should know how much money it was for, all of that, right?
See, the whole thing with the back to the case, they didn't have nothing on me. All they did was
Martise
Nunnery gave a take up at the state. Listen, one guy got me in a murder case, but at the same token, with Martise Nunnery making a take up statement, the dude Marcus Well, he got arrested, but he didn't know. And he supposed to play the part, him and Martise was playing a part through the whole lake. All the way to Cato got killed. Marcus Webb supposed to have been up there on road development making a call when Cato come to the car wash. He supposed to have been making a call to Martise every time Cato came to the car wash. So that's how they was putting together. Like, Marcus Webb was the man to see when Cato come up there, and that's when he called Martise. And Martise made it look like he called me. And that's when I went and got one of my guys, and that's how we went up there, and that's when Cato got killed.
So a jury or a judge found you not guilty?
A judge. My name that spoke up, that them the streets, man. That's one thing. Out west little, man. So you got cowards out there. So back in the day, you used to always say the beauty shop, female gospel and beauty shop. So now you got the barber shop where the guys gospel at. So every day, somebody mentioning my name. So if my name started coming up out of the radar, everybody get arrested. The first thing the police, they rub man up. Prime example, man. My case, I got a mandatory 2 life plus 40 years. I went to court May 20th, and the judge just boosted my thing up 3 natural lives and 20 years.
Based on what?
Shit.
So, okay, your lawyer was probably like, this is no evidence. Did he tell you to take a judge, not a jury trial?
No, see, at first I was going to jury. But I never trust no jury.
Yeah, because a jury could just be like, he seems like a criminal, find him guilty.
Exactly. So I never trust no jury. So when I went to court for a jury, I ended up turning them down. That's for a bench trial because I wasn't feeling right with the jury. So I had to wait an extra year to go to trial.
Because a judge is going to, at least theoretically, stick to the law.
The law. Exactly.
So, okay, so you beat the Cato case. So, but you're in the Cook County Jail for, you said, 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
What the hell is that like? I mean, I've been in the county for a year. It's very uncomfortable. What fuck is 6 years like?
Shit, just being in that motherfucker, it's fucked up being in there, but at the same token, you gotta be content with your situation. I'm from the street, I was good in there, you kid. So I'm gonna be good wherever I'm at, but at the same token, it's fucked up. That's when Cook County was the jail, you get. So, we was in there. We getting into it with the king, but that shit ain't go nowhere like that, though. Nah, when I beat the Cato Creek, I ended up staying in there every year.
Oh, for what? Something? Oh, a jail charge?
No, I had the jail case, plus I had armed robbery.
So for any guy that thinks having a name in the street is good, it could come, even if you ain't do it, like, if you were in jail from 03 basically to 011, what could you have been doing? Nothing. So for you to get out and them still to be on you, that's kind of wild.
Man, they say I was on the fugitive list from 2004 to I got on the fugitive list in 2011.
Fugitive, but you was in jail.
That's what I'm saying. But the Fed still had me on the fugitive list from 2004 to 2011. They just took me off the fugitive list in 2011.
Wait, you were in the Cook County Jail, but the feds had you as a fugitive.
Listen, man, all this just came out in my RICO.
So let's talk about that cap. So my understanding is, of course, the West Side. What area are you from?
I'm from the West Side.
Like what streets?
K-Town, Flash.
Okay, so that whole West Side is a lot of drug activity and stuff. So there's always RICOs with different guys. They always rolling somebody up. And it seems like they wanted to put you into that. And that cop, Elizondo, what was his name? Elizondo?
Xavier Elizondo, who locked up right now in the Fed.
So they were extorting and getting paid by some drug dealers. And they were kind of part of the drug trade themselves, right?
Yeah, he was doing all types of corruption.
And they want to make somebody a fall guy. And it's convenient for the newspapers to be like, oh, hey, we got the guy that's responsible for everything. So does it feel like your name just got spoke up so many times, you became like the boogeyman?
Man, look. None of that shit.
So you get back out, and then this case, what?
No, I get out in 2011. They put me on house arrest.
Okay. So, and when did you get arrested this time?
In 2015.
So you were out 4 good years.
Yeah.
Did you feel like they were hovering around you?
Yeah, they was on me. I knew they was on me. See, that's the thing. See, that's the whole thing with the whole investigation and why the judge we got now, he's so biased because in their eyes, they saying they weren't able to catch me from the way I move and the way I pay attention and all this and that. But at the same time, you can't judge me from how I live my life. So the whole time they was at me. And then you got people just go to jail and lie. Everybody they arrest. The first thing they saying, front man. So that makes you hot. Anybody, anywhere you go, all you gotta do is mention my name and you get likes and all this type of bad shit.
So for any guy that thinks having a name in the street is good, it could come, even if you ain't do it, like if you were in jail from 03 basically to 011, what could you have been doing? Nothing. So for you to get out and them still to be on you, that's kind of wild.
Man, they say I was on the fugitive list from 2004 to I got on the fugitive list in 2011.
Fugitive, but you was in jail.
That's what I'm saying. But the Fed still had me on the fugitive list from 2004 to 2011. They just took you off the fugitive list in 2011.
Wait, you were in the Cook County Jail, but the feds has you as a fugitive.
Listen, man, all this just came out in my RICO.
So let's talk about that cap. So my understanding is, of course, the West Side, what area are you from?
I'm from the West Side.
Like what streets?
K-Town, Flash.
Okay, so that whole West Side is a lot of drug activity and stuff. So there's always RICOs with different guys. They always rolling somebody up. And it seems like they wanted to put you into that. And that cop, Elizondo, what was his name? Elizondo?
Xavier Elizondo, who locked up right now in the field.
So they were extorting and getting paid by some drug dealers. And they were kind of part of the drug trade themselves, right?
Yeah, he was doing all types of corruption.
And they want to make somebody a fall guy. And it's convenient for the newspapers to be like, oh, hey, we got the guy that's responsible for everything. So does it feel like your name just got spoke up so many times, you became like the boogeyman?
Man, look, my name been spoke up. You know that them in the streets, man. That's one thing. Out West little, man. So you got Calvin out there. So back in the days, you used to always say the beauty shop, female gospel and beauty shop. So now you got the barber shop where the guys gospel at. So every day somebody mentioning my name. So if my name steady coming up out of the radar, everybody get arrested. The first day the police say, run man up. So it make you hot. So when the dude out of Dundo was getting at me in 2013, they was coming in the houses with the key. So they came to one house with the key. I was staying there on 17th in Maywood. They came in the house with the key.
What you mean with the key? How'd they get the key?
Them landlords began them the key. So they came in the house with the key. In the second house they came in, the key was outside. I was in there. And they came to grab me up out of there. That's when they said they got drugs and all that shit. But they cut for the drugs on. Because they knew the drugs weren't in there. They just said that shit.
So when how many guys were in the RICO? Because I know you were the only one who took it all the way to trial, right?
There was 9 of us.
So how did that process go?
Nothing. When all of us got in there, when we got indicted for the RICO, and motherfucker went down and kept it 100. We don't know what y'all talking about. So that fucked the RICO up. Because usually when people get RICO, somebody gonna fold, somebody gonna kill. But in our RICO, ain't nobody killed. Not nail one of my rappies. None of that. Every motherfucker kept it 100. And that what fucked their case up. Because now, y'all gotta come on with y'all case.
So they ended up all pleading out though, right?
Yeah, all them pleaded out.
But not with cooperation, just...
No. People make it look like, man, Lil Falls, that's my little homie. Lil Falls copped out and told, ain't no motherfucker did that. All my records, man, 100. They ain't have shit to tell, but we ain't did shit. So, it wasn't like they could tell something.
What type of sentences did they get?
Like, I think Lil Falls got 10, and the rest of them got... So really it was time served, but you got to think, everybody who got arrested with us did time in the state, and they picked up their state case and charged them fed. So they really just grabbed them to grab me. So it wasn't like people had new cases and they caught up to this, they copped out to this. No, they already had cases. So when they got us, they already had cases. They ain't have those new cases on us. They just had 9 murders on me, 2 murders on one of my brackets, and the other 2 murders on my other bracket.
Oh, so they came out pretty good. I mean, considering.
They ain't want to go to trial, so they copped out.
So some of them are home now.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, some of them home. It's like 2 of them should be getting out right now. Yeah, 2 of them out. 1 of them end up going back for a probation violation or something, and the other 2 should be out in a couple of years.
Well, that's good. So in the new trial, what did the feds present that was new?
Like in my trial, they came to that, they had one witness. You got one witness, which is a star witness, which is Stanley Booker. He the only one tying me to the murder. The only one saying he had something to do with these murders.
And he, what did he say he was? Was he the go-between who paid you, or he was the go-between you and the shoot? Like what did he say his role was?
Playing today, he was my shooter. He's
the trigger man, and he trying to put it on you.
Right. So basically, what he did was he said he killed 3 people on my command, which he said he killed Carlos Caldwell, Labar Smith, and Maximilian McDaniel. He said he witnessed 2 little boys get killed on Avers in 2012, and he witnessed a guy George King getting killed, and he witnessed Willie Wood get killed, and he witnessed Gus getting killed, Gus Johnson. So basically, he's saying that I told him to kill these 3 people, and I had these other people killed.
Boy, it's almost like a Sammy the Bull thing. Like, if you're gonna let a guy that says, yeah, I killed a bunch of people for sure, it's kind of like, why do you let him be an informant? Like,
right? Well, fuck the whole case up, because now when I go to trial, you got to prove that. So now you got to come on with it. So now it's my defense against yours.
Yep.
So now you got to prove it. So now my defense with yours. So basically I did it. Now up north, he said he killed 3 people on my command. He said he killed Carlos Caldwell, Labar Smith, and Maximilian McDaniel. He said he witnessed 2 little boys get killed on Avers in 2012, and he witnessed George King getting killed, and he witnessed Willie Wood get killed, and he witnessed Gus getting killed, Gus Johnson. So basically, he's saying that I told him to kill these 3 people, and I had these other people killed. Well, fuck the whole case up, because now when I go to trial, you got to prove that. So now you got to come on with it. So now it's my defense against yours. So now you got to prove it. So now my defense with yours. So basically I did it. Now I'm knowing with the 2 little birds on eggs. You feel me? So I'm knowing about my rapping them copping out. He got to go testify if they sentenced him. So I'm knowing I'm on house arrest when he said these births happened in 2012, which he put me and my cousin Boo Boo, Roddy Boo Boo. So he's saying that it was me, him, and Roddy Boo Boo in the van, and my little shorty Pete them shot out of the car. So I'm knowing you lying. I'm knowing you lying about all these burgers, and I'm finna crack y'all ass in the trial. Number one, they never grabbed my cousin Roddy Boo Boo. They grabbed him, but they couldn't charge him because they knew that they need me to cooperate and lie on somebody in order to charge Roddy Boo Boo. But I mean, no, you lying. So now I'm trying to get my house arrest records from IDOC, but IDOC playing with the house arrest records, don't want to give them up. So when they finally gave them up, they gave me from August of 2011 to July 31st of 2012. So I'm knowing, like, yeah, no, what August at, but they know we be August 2nd to see it. So I'm telling my rat biggie, Shabby got to come and testify at your sentencing him. The judge gonna believe him. I know the judge gonna believe him because he's shooting all our emotions down. So once you get on the stand with you and the judge believe him, I'm gonna present my house arrest records. So make a long story short, he get on the stand on him. So when he get on the stand on him, the judge believe him. So I end up going to a bond here for the judge make a comment like, I know you had something to do with these 2 little boys getting killed. I'm gonna deny your bond. So that's when I get on the judge ass the next court. They called him out about it. Get on telling me saying something about bond hearing, which I could prove that IDOC man with my house arrest record that the prosecutor's lead got a plan with. So we get into it that court date where he tells the lead to make sure they get my house arrest record. My house arrest record's about to get turned over. They see they lying. They hear prosecutors to leave quick 2 months before trial.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So now it's getting up to trial. Now they know he committed perjury on these double murders. So the first day of my trial, they dropped the double murder of the 2 little boys.
So you started out with 9 murders and you getting rid of them one by one.
Right, but when they dropped them 2, they both turned over the perjury testimony, which they did. So now I'm telling my lawyer to you man still use the case, but he never used it. So in trial, I'm telling him, he's saying that Sammy say he killed Carlos Caldwell, he killed Labar Smith, he killed Maximilian Madang. So he testified that me and him was riding around and we seen Carlos supposed to have shot me. So he say we went on Bill grabbed Twan and we went and got Pierre gave us 2 guns. I'm knowing Pierre locked up. But as I'm telling my lawyer to look Pierre up in the IDOC, he said he can't find him. So I'm saying I'm gonna get on the stand and I'm gonna say it and I know the government gonna perjure me. So when I get up there, they say, yeah, man, we went over the IDOC, grabbed Pierre, took him to his mama's house, got the gun, came back, dropped them off. He went and killed Tim, went back, got Pierre again, dropped the guns off and dropped them back up off at the penitentiary. So they perjured, which they had to turn over the records to show that he was out. Pierre was locked up.
Oh, wow. So you're quite sophisticated, legal.
So now look.
Wait a second. That's pretty. So if it wasn't for you really knowing how to operate, you'd be fucked already.
I've been told him I'm getting on the stand because I know I got it. So the second murder was Labar Smith. So I used Labar Smith by Mike Fielder on the stand, Sean Jackson on the stand, and I'm making my lawyer ask them certain questions about, because he's saying that I told him to kill Spud because Spud killed my friend Shun, which Shun was never my friend. So I made Mike and them talk about what happened to Shun, what happened to this, and it all came around to Labar's sister, Toya. So when she had to come on the stand and just, how she got to come on there and just say who her brother is. You feel? Now this my man Pierre, girlfriend, they childhood girlfriend, you feel? But I got a baby by her best friend, Quita. So when Toya started crying, I dropped I teared up. Because I'm looking at this little Toya, you feel? I call her top notch, you feel? I got love for this little girl. So when she started tearing up, jury watched me tear up. So now I'm like, damn. So when they see me tear up, cause this little girl like a sister to me, man. This my little homie love the shit out this girl. So when she get off the stand and shit, they see it. So when I get on the stand, I'm like, man, look, man. My baby mama is Squealer, Toya's Pierre girlfriend, whoa. They know I'm not lying. So I'm like, man, shut when my friend y'all heard like the military and all that. So I don't even know why the government doing that. So now they find me not guilty on Spud. Now you got Maximilian work. Now you got on the stand and said that it was me, him, Pierre, and my cousin Boo Boo. Now, remember he said Boo Boo had something to do with the murder that my house arrest records cleared. Now they saying me, him, Boo Boo, and Pierre was riding around. He said we lured Max in the van. I picked up my girl Boo Boo and me and Boo Boo got dropped off. He said after we got dropped off, he shot Max in the back of the head. He said Boo Boo jumped. So by him saying Boo Boo jumped, he said they rolled around the block. That's when they pushed Max out the van. You feel? He said after we pushed him out the van, he gave Pierre the gun. Boo Boo and Pierre dropped the ball. Now you got to think Pierre did. May he rest in peace. Only person can say something is me, him, and Boo Boo. So they never arrest Boo Boo. You feel? So they need me to cop out and plead guilty in order to say Boo Boo got something to do with something that I know he ain't got nothing to do with. You feel? So now you got the government saying the jury find me guilty, saying that All right, now Sammy got on the stand and said, they say, Sammy, why was the reason that brother man told you to kill Max? He said, brother man told me that his father told him to tell me to kill Max because Max will operate on some of his guys on a murder. But the government changed it and found me guilty, saying that I told Sammy, my father told him to kill Max because Max was operating on my father on a murder. Which you can't change that. You got to go off facts or what the witness said. You been?
Oh, they said, yeah. That in the record, it was entered that it was one thing, and then they gave a different reason. Yeah, I get, okay.
Exactly. So them the emails I was trying to send you, the emails of the transcript to show you how this what Sammy said and this what they found me guilty of. But you can't do that.
So that's one of the ones you were found guilty of.
Yeah, that's what, all the rest of them, you say witness, the George King, the Woody Wood, and the Cato cases, the double jeopardy case.
Is that why did they throw the Cato out for double jeopardy?
No, they didn't throw it out. I'm still found guilty on it. But this one verdict, you got to look at it. I got to get found guilty of count 1 before they find me guilty of count 2, count 3, and count 4. So count 1 is Maximilian and George King. You feel me? So now, once they overturn to Maximilian murder, they got to throw all the other cases out for somebody to start with. Go ahead.
How much time did Sammy get?
He both the guy, he 25 to 35 years.
What is the point of taking a plea? What, that ain't even no damn plea. Like, what the fuck?
No, the man admitted to 5 murders and y'all being 25 to 35 years. The man only was facing 15 to life for the guns. He could have took 15 in the gate and got out that jail. But see, my whole argument is this right here, right? Like my cousin Boo Boo. I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm telling my cousin Boo Boo, you feel me? Now this what happened in court. I filed a motion saying that the government talked to my cousin Ronnie Boo Boo. So the government saying they reached out to my cousin Ronnie Boo Boo November 2015. And he refused to talk to them. So they never reached back out to him. But my cousin on the phone call told me that they came to Cook County Jail and seen him. So what we did, I submitted a phone call to use the phone call in court. Well, the judge said, no, I believe that the government reached out to him and they never, he never talked to them. But now, what I'm telling my cousin is, my cousin, you supposed to come forward because they lied on your name to convict me. You can't. Because if he the driver, you accessory to murder. But they can't charge you because they need me to lie on you. So by me, I know you ain't do shit, I'm not gonna lie on you. So now, I'm telling him, man, come forward. They will go talk to the media, do whatever you gotta do, sign affidavits, and free me. But for some reason, it got twisted in his head where I just thought that asked you like an hour ago. That my little homie say he ain't know what the fuck was going on. This my back. He say he talked to Boo Boo and Boo Boo asked him about it, and he told Boo Boo that they'll fuck around and try to charge you. But now that he see what really happened with the house arrest record, you gotta look. My rapping ain't know nothing about what was going on, how the trial was gonna go, or anything. So he misled Boo Boo. But at the same token, my cousin Ronnie Boo Boo can come right down and free me, and all the cases will go out the window.
So you're only convicted on 2 murders?
No, I'm convicted on 4.
Oh.
Maximilian, George King, Woody Woods, and my double jeopardy murder.
Okay, so George King and Willie Woods, what's the evidence on that?
Nothing. Sammy Booker just said.
Oh, he said he did. He said he did it, and you told him to.
No, he just said somebody. He said my racketeering don't kill them.
So how did it connect to you, even if he did see him?
Exactly. See, that's what I'm telling you. The whole thing with the cake. it was his word. So, you know, the jury felt some type of way because the jury looking at how cocky I was, how I broke all the cases down, and I told you they had me on why saying that I knew the RICO was coming. So you got the federal government saying they couldn't do no investigation on me due to the fact of from how I moved, how I studied them, and how it's impossible for him to get up on me from my guys being loyal. You gotta think, ain't none of my racketeers on the conspiracy on the RICO said 2 words to these people. So now they had to come with a case, and everybody who testified was lying. Bullshit ass coming up there making they really was making it like a character, saying this person trying to make me look bad on the jury. And the jury looking like, you know, I told the jury, yeah, I gang bang. My name Brunman. Yeah, I'm an outlaw 4.0, so I carry guns. Y'all got me on wide stand, I carry guns. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but he lied about these murders. You feel? So now that the all the shit over with, everything over with, can't nobody get charged, can't no new charges come to nobody. You feel? So right now where I'm at, I got a biased judge, bro, that in his eyes is this. You ain't go to jail because you paid your lawyer to fight all your guys' cases so they won't turn on you. You study the police where the police can't get you. So I'm not gonna let you out. But either way it goes, no matter what happened on the case gonna get overturned because it's predatory misconduct. Predatory misconduct is where the government got to use everything as facts and on the record. Sammy Booker said that I told him to kill my father's witness because he cooperated on some of my father guys on the murder. You can't change what the witness say and say, I told him, my father told him to kill Max because he cooperated on my father. So now look, my father got a murder. Max brother on the case with my father. Max is cooperating on my father that it came out in the court. But Max got killed July 25th of 2000. My father got his discovery August 7th of 2000. How he knew it was a winner's on?
What happened with your father's case?
He ended up getting found guilty, getting life.
Oh, so he's locked up now?
No, he died in 2010 in the penitentiary.
Oh, wow. Fuck. Correct me if I'm wrong, because there's so much. Did they say that some of those cops were involved in drug rip-offs and all that? Did they say supposedly that sometimes some police would give you info to rob drug dealers or something?
No, they ain't never say the police. They said we used to rob those dealers and all this and that. So basically, the case was all over the place. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of it's a lot of shit mentioned.
Man, listen, man. Them people go off a name, and you got to think they say they've been after me since the early 2000s, early 90s, but they never had nothing on me. All they had is the word of mouth of guys in the street. So what they had to do is stage a case, which this case they staged on me right now. See, a lot of people don't know. You would think when you mess with the federal government by the books. Everybody will say that. When the feds come to get you, they come to get you. They got you. So automatically when the feds grab people, you would think, oh, they got them boys. But in our case, y'all don't got shit. Y'all got a Sammy Book. Sammy Book, their whole case was surrounded by Sammy Book.
And where is he at now? He's in like federal witness protection or something.
Yeah, he in one of the jails they hiding somewhere.
Why they
don't end up getting life.
Why they got you away from Chicago?
Cause that's why they hold all of us. They got these different facilities that they hold us in.
Doesn't Chicago have a federal lockup though?
Yeah, but you know they ain't gonna let me go down now.
Oh, they say you got too much influence?
Yeah, that's what they say. When the whole time, man, listen, man. They staged the case, man. Don't get me wrong, I ain't no angel, you feel me? But get me for something I did, you feel me? I ain't trying to portray an image, I ain't trying to portray this, man. But the black and white don't lie. I had started an Instagram and a Facebook. LabarSpann on Facebook, LabarSpann on Instagram. Well, I got all my paperwork, black and white transcripts of what these people said and what happened. You know, it's easy to just say something out your mouth, but black and white don't lie. You feel?
Now, the Chicago police have paid out, and the city of Chicago has paid out some huge amounts of money. There's been some real bad cases over the last 20 years. You know, people been doing 20 years for murder. Like, so they definitely have orchestrated cases against people, that's for sure.
Man, listen, man. We got a judge. It's a judge named Judge Dirksen. That's our judge, man. You know, I can easily say that I'm fighting the government. I'm not fighting the government. I'm fighting a judge, man. I'm fighting a corrupt judge that's in his head that he got to sentence me instead of going by the law. You got to go by the law. You got to go by the book. But he looking over the books. His mind frame is, I'm giving you some time. Prime example, man. I got a mandatory 2 life plus 40 years. I went to court May 20th, and the judge just boosted my thing up 3 natural lives and 20 years.
Based on what?
Shit. Based on Sammy Booker.
So are you sentenced right now?
No, I'm not sentenced. I'm still waiting.
I'm
still fighting motion because I'm filed a motion. See, I'm filed a motion like it's called predatory.
Prosecutorial misconduct, yeah.
You feel me? What he know, Sammy Booker. Then I filed it with my cousin, Ronnie Boo Boo. Now, Ronnie Boo Boo, they can't do nothing to Ronnie Boo Boo. Nothing. Because he ain't did nothing. You feel me? They can't do nothing to him. He ain't did nothing, but the whole fact about the matter is, I don't know what's wrong with him, but the simple fact is, all it takes for Ronnie to do is sign the affidavits today and come in that courtroom and tell the truth that he talked to them people and them people lying.
Do you think it's possible he had a secret meeting with them?
No, not no secret meeting. They tried to grab him. They grabbed him and all that. No secret meeting. Like he telling another day, he ain't got nothing to tell. So him not in a secret meeting, I can't say that. You feel me? He got misled by somebody, but see it. Don't you know it's common sense? For common sense. It's common sense and common in everybody.
Yeah.
So you look at that. My cousin, Joe. This my cousin. This my cousin, bro. He got black and white in front of him, bro. That's saying this what happened. So for you to let somebody get something in your head and say, no, I'm not gonna go free my other cousin, it's fucked up. Cause now that mentally fucked you up, but you know in your heart that what the fuck can they do? They can't do nothing to you. You feel me? So for you not to go in and come in and say, man, Joe, these people praying, dude. Cause it's in black and white. You praying. Like right now, you give me 3 natural lives, I'll be back. Well, I'm gonna go down for like a kick my feet up for another year. Either way it go, y'all gotta pay me millions and millions of dollars. Y'all can pay it now or y'all can pay it later. You feel me? But the whole fact of the matter, our whole story is how you got guys, man, that get out there, that come in these jails, to lie to get out. All it takes is a lie. There's a lot of this man saying, you gotta think this man Savvy talked about all these murders, bro. And I broke all of them down to show that he was lying. But the jury found me guilty because I was asleep through half of the fucking trial. Snoring in that motherfucker bed. I got up and said it was boring. So they looked at how cocky I was when I'm telling the truth.
Well, you've been sitting in jail all them years and them trials drawn on. Like, what was you?
The fuck?
And they take you to, when you go to court, they wake up at 3 in the morning, move you to one cell, but you don't get to court till 11. You probably were tired.
Man, hell yeah, I was tired, so I'm in the courtroom sleep with the shit off the fan. The whole case was, oh man, listen to me, man. And the only reason I'm really talking to you, because I know my people follow everything, man, and you been keeping it real, saying, man, I really want to know what's going on, because this shit ain't real, man.
Yeah, it's very, very elaborate. So you got a city, Chicago, they got a lot of problems. But like, it's interesting, compare Detroit and Chicago. It's like, Chicago's like Detroit plus a nice area. So they still they want to try to go so-called clean up Chicago. So you got to blame shit on somebody. So you get these convenient names like, oh, this guy, Labar, bro, man, he's famous, put these cases on him. Then they got somebody on the south side, say he the king. It's like El Chapo. They locked up El Chapo. The drugs ain't stopped coming. So was he really the kingpin?
But man, listen, man, this one thing I learned about the feds. The feds destroy names. That's all they go off, they destroy names. So in their book, we got to destroy names. So by them hearing my name for the last 2 decades, you feel? Then when they finally get me on some popcorn ass cases, you feel? And for me to come in there and insult their ass, you feel me? To really show them like, no, motherfucker, we ain't going. And for my co-defendants, you know what I'm saying? My cousin 12, Cheeto, Big Head, Cello, Labar, Tremaine and Juwan, we come down there and keep it 100 with them people. And every motherfucker stand strong. We didn't know we did that. That was an insult. So when they did, you know, it's a true saying, blood make you kin, loyalty make you family. We know we ain't did shit, but we show the true bond of loyalty because we ain't go down that line on each other. You feel me? Everybody else go down that vacation. You feel me? So my whole thing about the point to the matter, man, is I don't know what's wrong with my cousin. You feel what I'm saying? Probably when he hit his interview, he gon' feel some type of way. But at the same token, bro, if my enemy, Joe, some people use my name to convict my enemy, Joe, I'm gonna go clear my enemy name, bro. Because I'm not gonna let you fabricate my name or sabotage me by convicting somebody off something I know I had to do. Number one, there are people that ain't commit 3 murders, and they need to be the lie on them, which I'm not gonna allow. I want to allow my enemies, you feel? But at the same time, man, them people know they fucked up. They know they got us at ego. They know either way it going coming on, but they hate to let me walk out that door and walk out that door downtown and come up out of that motherfucker, which they ain't gonna have no other choice.
Yeah, so just to recap for people, so they started you off with 9 murders, and if 3 of them were so nothing that they kicked them out during the trial, doesn't that shit cast doubt on the whole case?
They kicked off 5 of them, man.
Oh, it started off with 9 and they hit you with 4.
Right, but you gotta think, it's only one that you turn over all of. You gotta think this man Sammy, the only one put me to these murders. Without the double jeopardy murder, 8 murders, Sammy Booker was the one who they said linked me to murder. Now I threw down Sammy Booker a whole wall, showed my house arrest records, got on the stand, fucked you people over and all that. You got 1 murder where you lied saying that my cousin Buddy Ubu was the driver. Pierre rest in peace dead. Me and him sat me in the van. Ubu, they grabbed Ubu. Ubu kept it 100. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. They grabbed Ubu. Ubu, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. But they hide that they talked to Ubu. Because they know if they say they talked to Ubu, that's a Brady violation. The Brady violation is going to overturn the whole case.
Which means what? Brady's what? What's that?
A Brady violation means that you proved the government was lying. It's like a Brady violation. Brady violation, and they got to overturn the whole case.
Oh, if the government lies about one thing, like
yeah, they lie, and they get caught up with the lie. You put somebody on, basically you put Sappy on the stand knowing you lied. Which he said he killed 3 people. I think the jury gotta be not guilty of 2 of them. You feel me?
Is Sammy somebody
you heard that shit?
Is that somebody you grew up with, or?
No, somebody grew up out west around us, yeah.
When did you meet? Did you know him as a kid, or he just was around?
No, you know, I knew him from my cousin. My cousin used to live around, so I knew him from my cousin. But he wasn't a motherfucker I ever did a crime with or none of that shit. See, this is what they thought. They thought they gonna put 9 murders on me, and I'm gonna plead guilty. They ain't never think I was gonna go to trial. You know, but that's how the things do. See what people, we got this mind frame, right? Where everybody play for the gate. And that's what you saying. You gotta play for the gate. So a motherfucker rather get 30, 40 years than get life. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna plead guilty to some shit I know I ain't got no part in. So when I went to trial, that fucked their own case up. You feel? So now they know they case hit. They know it's tick. So now All it takes is for Ronnie Boo Boo, man. My cousin, Ronnie Johnson, man, Ronnie Boo Boo, to come and keep it 100. They go an affidavit. Fuck the affidavit, people walk in the courtroom. Man, hell no, y'all lying. And this and that and the other. They have to free me right then and there. Cause that one murder, he said he witnessed the other murder. You gotta find me guilty of count one. You can't. It ain't nothing you can do. It ain't shit you can do to him. What can you do to him? You can't do shit to him. Cause he ain't did shit. So for him to be out there, and I don't know what's wrong with let somebody get in his ear or whatever he doing, and not to come for free. That's why I'm telling you, man, them people frame me, bro. Them people frame me, bro. And you got lawyers, man. If you ain't got a lawyer that want to win, man, so you got to get a lawyer that want to win, man. You know, lawyers come to the feds and think automatically, there's two ways out the feds. You gonna make a deal or you gonna plead. So I ain't with making no deals with all suck dick. So at the same time, they got I'm going to trial. So they know for a fact. Number one, we never was investigated by the federal government. We was investigated. It got so serious.
So the state turned over all their evidence to the feds to give you the federal case.
Exactly. But when Elizondo got popped, Nita Alvarez, the head of the prosecutor, state's attorneys came to court and testified that she never authorized for us to be wiretapped. She never gave no authorized for them to tap our phone. She never authorized for them to follow us or none of that. She the only one can do that. So when she came to court and said that, the case folder got threw out then and let us go.
It was okay, that's what it was. Was Elizondo illegally tapping your phone so he could know about drug dealers supposedly that he could rob? Or like, why was he tapping your phone?
Elizondo tapped my phone because they thinking they couldn't call. They was really trying to catch me. They was really trying to pop me off if I was doing something. But the whole thing about the fact of the matter, I wasn't doing shit. So they couldn't pop me off. So they had to come with what they had to come with, which was nothing. And come to find out, he was falsifying on affidavit. It came out that you was corrupt. And it came out that you framed me. But I'm the only motherfucker still in jail that been framed by police, and it came out in black and white that he doing time, that he framed me, and we still in jail. When the feds never investigated or nothing, ain't no way we both.
Was that allowed in as evidence? Was that allowed in as evidence that he, you know?
Yeah, we put that in our evidence.
That wasn't helpful.
The judge don't care, he want me.
Ain't no way to get a different judge at this point, huh? Ain't no way to get a new judge at this point, huh?
Man, I gotta get a team of lawyers that's gonna come here, man, and fight. The judge, man, that's all I need, man. I need Ronnie Johnson to come and just tell the truth, man. That don't people lied on his name, and yeah, y'all came to talk to me. That's it. Put it in the paperwork. Yeah, y'all came to talk to me. Yeah, y'all lied on my little cousin. And I walked out this bitch, bro. Ain't nothing they can do. Nothing they can do, man. But when you got people out there that fear is something, man. People be afraid, man. And it's true saying, man. Fear and doubt and worry. Why should I worry when it's out of my control? How can I feel when it's out of my control? What I'm scared of? What's going to happen in life going to happen? But you got people out there actually scared of the federal government, man.
Okay, now let me just so this I want to get some stuff in it to get some views, bullshit, whatever. So, did you remember seeing Cato or the Forest Twins around?
No, I never seen them.
See, yeah, them guys were so high up, they weren't even probably in Chicago hardly. Like why would they be interacting with? Who supposedly was the cat? Martise Nunnery was the conduit.
He's a nobody.
Yeah, like where would they know him from? Because I ain't gonna say no name, but someone of rank in one of the gangs, they had to pay someone in the street so they could meet him, so they could try to front a bunch of work that he didn't want. So they didn't have no ties to, street gang killers, so-called, like to just, You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense, really.
Right, man, listen, man. Them people been chasing me, man. They been chasing me for years, man. They chased me, they chased my brother and everything, man. And they mad, and they know they ain't got nothing, man. And like I tell them, man, I ain't never meet the progress when shit, they told on everybody, so shit, if I had something to do with it, they'd have told on me too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
so that goes to show you, I ain't know them. You think they want to throw me under the bus?
No, everybody
else under the bus.
That's another thing. Well, the feds probably didn't want to touch all that murder stuff. But you're right, they would have brought them in because when you make a plea, if like there's a mob boss in Providence or something, he told on a bunch of murders. He went to witness protection. He got out. He was about 90 years old, about 3 years ago, and they found a new body that he hadn't told them about. They took him out of witness protection, put him in federal prison, he died. So when they made their plea, they had to tell everything they did. Because if it ever comes out that they didn't, they could get put back, so they would have told on you.
Exactly. Now, you just said that, and that's a true saying. Man, they brought out a kid on Saturday, man, and they looked over it, man. In the courtroom, in my trial, man, they came out with so much shit where he said that he was in a car where this guy told him to kill me, and he was in the car and set me up for me to get killed. And the police so happened to be right there. So we say, if you want it, man, how you set me up to get killed?
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
So that goes to show you, man, the feds gonna let somebody get on the stand and say anything, though. But like I tell you, the Flores win, man, they told on everybody but their mama, man. And for them not to educate me and stuff, if they knew me, man, they would have said it, man. They told on, look at it, they told on Chapo.
Yeah,
you know they ain't give a fuck about telling on no motherfucker from the hood.
Yeah,
how that shit go.
That's for sure. And did you remember seeing Cato around ever?
No, but I remember his wife. You know, his wife fucked with one of the twins.
They married.
They married her, yeah. You feel me? Because she part was up with the shit.
She about to go to the feds. They both got convicted of money laundering like 3 weeks ago. Right,
so she probably got damn it had something to do with the man getting killed. 9 times out of 10 she did.
It's a dirty game, so I tell people don't get involved in serious criminal activity because the kind of people you got to deal with, everything out of their mouth's a lie.
Exactly, man. That's why I thank God every day, man, that my rap, man, you feel me? Some good dudes, man, and they went down there and told them people fuck them, you feel me? And I respect them for it, man, but you know, it ain't a lot of stand-up dudes like that, you feel me? But yeah, man, that shit crazy, man, how this man in the bed, his attention, this rough ass officer in the bed, right now as we speaking, for framing me, where they felt them guilty for falsifying affidavits in my case. It ain't no made up shit. Not one time, but 2 times, because I told you he indicted the 28 people about Jackson the Flag, out of Tequila, and killed us. You ain't go one time to fabricate my name. You went twice.
What happened to those people?
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't been seeing in the newspaper they sued or none of that. They probably ain't even know. Dang, he was on their case. But now putting it out there with you, that man Hog Tie, that conspiracy when Ray Hightower them got locked up on Jackson and Pulaski, out of Tequila, and got down to 13th Central Park in 2012. He was behind it, but he went and said they was working for me. So that goes to show you, man. You look up anybody case, man, from Meek Mills to anybody, all the people they paying for people being framed by Chicago police, and all of them got their cases overturned, but us. We the only ones still locked up with our police in the federal custody right now. We weren't never investigated by the federal government. We was investigated by this corrupt cop. Was Anita Alvarez, the only one to sign off on those affidavits, came and said that she didn't do it. And we still in jail.
Well,
you tell me Chicago corrupt or not?
Oh, we know Chicago's corrupt. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna work on this story, and I'll get it out here by the probably middle of next week.
I bet that's good looking, but yeah, my Instagram is LabarSpann, Facebook LabarSpann, all the paperwork on there, and you know I'm starting me a YouTube called Blood Make You 10, Lord, you make you family, man, where we tell it all.
Hey, do you have you want me to put like your inmate number or anything like that?
You know, we just smart GML down here, but you You can tell a person, man, donate $1, $5 or $1.
I mean, how do they get it to you? How do they get it to you?
To the GoFundMe page.
Oh, you got a link. Have her send me that.
I don't tell her to send you the link, but if anybody want to interview me, it's called Smart Jail Bill. Smart Jail Communication. That's how, if they say email like that to you, man, they can link up with me there. Or man, go to my Instagram, Facebook, man.
What's the email? What's the email?
The email to what?
For your smart jail mail.
No, the Smart Jail Mail, that's what it's called.
Oh, they use your name. So it's LABARR.
LABARSPANN. Smart Jail Mail. Smart Jail Mail, that's what it is. Smart communication. But at the same token, man, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, man. If it ain't $5, donate $1 to the cause, man. And help free a real nigga. But at the same time, man, one thing I can tell y'all, man. Love make you kin, loyalty make you family, man. It ain't that many people out here like that, man. You got people out there killing kids, man, for no reason. You got people out there just shoot to be shoot. The game has changed, man. So you just got to look at it, man. Positive, be negative, man. And that's what it's all about, man.
All right, LabarSpann, thanks for tapping in.
I got you.